Hey, so I just wanted to share a lesson that I learned over this past week. And maybe it's not really a lesson I learned, but more just when you have those moments in life that remind you and reiterate um, just exactly what your values are, like it's a test from the universe of what your values are. I feel like I went through that this past week and I just wanted to talk about it. So I had a previous employer reach out to me. They were trying to recruit me back and they were willing to pay me more money, but the cost was I would have to be in office 2 days of the week. So it's still a hybrid schedule. And right now I'm working fully remote. So I did some opportunity cost analysis and going to the office, I found that to be just a huge cost to my time. So if I'm working remote, my work days are 8 to 9 hours. If I have to go into the office, my work day goes from 8 to 9 to 10 to 12. And so that massive difference between an 8-hour minimum to a 12-hour maximum, those 4 hours are an entire, part-time job. Like that's an entire alternative way of making money just in how that time gets spent. So right now, I work my full-time job as an analyst in projects, and I also run our business. I want to put as much time as possible into running our business because working in a W-2 role, even if they pay you more, it's a fixed amount. You know exactly what you're going to get paid that year. You know exactly how many hours you're supposed to work. It's known, it's fixed, and the only way you're going to get paid more money isn't by you working harder. It's because your boss decided that you were worth more value at the company and that you earned the raise. But it's not something that you can do. Like there's only so much pushing that you can really do in a workplace to get more compensation. And so for me, even if I spent an additional 4 hours a week just around the task of getting to work, being at work, that weekly cost doesn't equate to what could be made. So for example, when you're running a business, you don't know how much you're going to make. That's the risk of it. You don't know. It's not fixed like a salary. But the most appealing part about running a business is your time compounds. So if you are putting the time into your business and doing the right things, like if you're generating leads, if you're doing independent learning, if you're even reading your books, if you're trying to find new mentors, new referral partners. So if you're doing the basics that you're supposed to be doing every day as a business owner, the belief is that it's a compounding effect. Those hours that you invest into your business will amplify over time. So if I make one new lead today or one new referral partner today, that may not generate any revenue in 2023, but who they might tell about our services, the people that are in their network that they could also help through our services, it's constantly advertising yourself, advertising your business, and then having that mentality that it counts all the time, all the resources that you put into your business, that you're using it effectively, you're applying yourself effectively. And even if it doesn't generate immediate dollars or revenue, translating that into your mind, like the consistent work and that time investment is building a business, which means that it may pay off in years. And overall, I would prefer to take my risks with trying to run a business, trying to make more money there, than spending more time in a job that I know I'm only going to get paid X amount every single 2 weeks or whatever. So, when I'm talking about opportunity costs and people's relationship with work, I mostly speak about prioritizing, your financial well-being and your well-being outside of the workplace, defining yourself as an individual more than just your role. You don't just work at one company. Whatever your career field is, whatever you do really well, keep building that, because if you make the hop to go to other companies, you can make more money. And I know that I kind of denied myself that play in here because I originally left my previous employer to get a $10,000 raise with another employer, and then to have another employer reaching out again with another $10,000 raise. That feels pretty good, just to have built the skills. It's validating. It's affirming that, I put in that constant work over those years and I struggled through it. And the people that I worked with along the way, they were able to recognize, here's this kid who, I mean, at that point in time, I think I was still a kid. I still feel like a child of the world, but you kind of see what I mean. Like, here's like this, just this employee who's given tasks and they're not being paid any more for it, but they're interested in doing it because they want to learn. That, I mean, it looks good. It looks great to an employer, but then for yourself too, I think that I would take on those additional tasks and new responsibilities or whatever the boss was passing out because I wanted to get more exposure. I went from finance to analytics to systems to projects, and my interest is continuing to grow, where now I want to focus more on doing like projects than I really want to do analytics. And had I not allowed myself those opportunities to learn challenging things, to see, like, even if I hated the project or a report, if I hated doing it, then I know I would not want to do that for the rest of my life. And that's really like what your career journey is, with like tailoring it. Like, get it done, try it. All right, you didn't like it. So then how can you make more decisions to build a future where you're doing more of the things you like and a lot less of the things you don't like? So I think it took me a moment of realizing, like, I'm in a good spot. I never took my role for granted, and I still don't. But when faced with these career decisions of, do you want more money? Like, are you prioritizing more money in your life, or are you prioritizing your own personal goals? And I really made the decision, I'm going to stick with my personal goals because I want to build our business. I think there's a lot more to be gained out of it. We're trying to start our family. I'm writing a book right now. I prioritize like my work-life balance over money. And I know that everybody's relationship with money, work, and, even the idea of owning a business, running a business, or just doing other side hustles, everyone has different relationships with that. My relationship with work is very different. Any work that I do, I want to enjoy it. So not everyone is like that. I know that there's, in any job and in any type of work, there's going to be things you like and the things that you don't like, but that's really it. When you are designing your life, you're focusing on the things that you want, and you can't always make decisions based off of money or immediate gratification. You have to be looking like, how does this decision play out for me 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Am I going to be limited in what I can do in 5 years because of the decision I made today? So those things matter. And, when I talk about designing your life, when other people talk about designing your life, this is what they mean. It's you're visualizing where you want to be, but you're also kind of creating these steps along the way. And I think that really for where I want to be, I want to be a business owner. I want to be someone that is so competent in processes and systems that other companies will pay me to just go in and, say my piece, to kind of give them insight on their business operations. That would be my ideal place as a career. And that's something that I would have to create. It doesn't really exist out there. It's not something I can apply for. It's something that a set of skills I would have to build out. So I want to be just someone that's able to go into businesses and make them better. And that takes a lot of experience, a lot of learning, and constant challenging of myself. I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but I think that I'm taking the right steps. While you're investing that time into your business and you're getting these compounding results, that applies in the rest of your life. It applies in your relationships. It applies in your health. Like, sometimes it's like drops. And so like the phrase is like, drops can shatter a canyon, which creates a waterfall. A waterfall creates a river. The river creates a lake. And then the lake feeds into the ocean. And it's just, it doesn't start until there's those drops. And those drops just keep going. And so I feel like in terms of my effort and my workforce every day, I'm trying to put in drops every single day, as many as I can. And it's the same when you go into the gym. You're trying to work out and deliver your best every single day. In your personal life with your relationships, you want to be present for them. You want to be present in those moments. Like, let's just try to, flood our lives with good things and the things that we want and prosperity for our friends and family. That's the end goal. That's the end goal. So anyways, this is my vlog. It was a little bit of a philosophical tangent there at the end. But yeah, thank you for watching again, and Best of luck to you and all your pursuits.